Hi, I'm Craig Brelsford. Welcome to another episode of Small Stocks, Big Money. For those of you new to the show, RedChip is an investor relations, media, and research firm focused on emerging growth companies. Our unique platform combines global multimedia with traditional investor relations, reaching investors around the world. Now, today's show features interviews with executives of two public companies. First up is Bullfrog AI, stock symbol BFRG on the NASDAQ. Bullfrog AI is a technology-enabled drug development company using machine learning to usher in a new era of precision medicine. Through its collaborations with leading research institutions, among them Johns Hopkins University, the J. Craig Venter Institute, and the Lieber Institute for Brain Development, Bullfrog AI is at the forefront of AI-driven drug development. Using its proprietary BF artificial intelligence platform, Bullfrog AI aims to enable the successful development of pharmaceuticals and biologics by predicting which patients will respond to therapies in development. Bullfrog AI is deploying BF for use at several critical stages of development to streamline data analytics in therapeutics development, decrease the overall development costs by decreasing failure rates for new therapeutics, and ultimately impact the lives of countless patients that may not otherwise receive the therapies they need. We'll learn more when we speak with the CEO later in the show. Up next is Green Power Motor, symbol GP on the NASDAQ. Green Power Motor Company is advancing the adoption of electric vehicles by making all electric buses and trucks affordable, durable, and easy to deploy. Green Power offers commercial vehicles for the movement of goods and people that are built from the ground up to be all electric and are never converted. This clean sheet design ensures a safe, sustainable, and sensible form of transportation, allowing for the optimal placement of the battery and propulsion systems, increasing the overall vehicle strength and significantly enhancing the battery weight distribution compared to other EVs. With more than 700 Green Power all-electric, purpose-built, zero-emission vehicles delivered, a substantial order pipeline, and key partnerships across various sectors, Green Power is poised for continued growth and market expansion. We'll learn more when we speak with the CEO later in the show. Now, before we get to the first interview, our quote of the week. It comes from the book Small Stocks, Big Money. The single most important way we attempt to manage risk in any environment is by seeking to buy stocks very cheaply. We never want to pay too much. This quote comes from Bill Hench, portfolio manager of Royce Funds, and it's featured in Chapter 3 of Small Stocks, Big Money, a book of exclusive interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Get a digital copy on Amazon today for just $18. Now, let's get started with our first interview today with Bullfrog AI. Hello there. Today we have Vin Singh, CEO of Bullfrog AI, which trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker BFRG. Vin, great as always to see you.
Craig, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Vin, can you start by giving our viewers a brief overview of Bullfrog AI and the unique positioning of your proprietary BF platform?
Yes, of course. So we are a technology-enabled drug development company using multiple AI platforms to make discoveries and advance the development of drugs for lower cost, lower investment, and higher success rates.
Vin, Bullfrog, as you know, has several prestigious partnerships, including an ongoing collaboration with the Lieber Institute for Brain Development. In fact, earlier this year, you announced early findings from your work with the Lieber Institute demonstrating potentially groundbreaking biological stratification of brain expression data. Can you talk about the significance of those findings?
Yeah, of course. So this is a really exciting partnership. The world of neuropsychiatric drug development has been a very challenging one. And what we are doing is determining or identifying the biological underpinnings of these diseases, bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, and schizophrenia. And our preliminary findings have been very encouraging. We expect to complete the analysis phase of this project by the end of May. And what we are expecting is identification of effective drugs. Instead of drugs being given to people based on symptoms and behavior, this will be based on the biology underlying those diseases. So our hope, and we're actually very optimistic about this, is that we have an opportunity to really make a big difference in this space.
You know, the market for central nervous systems therapeutics, Vin, expected to surpass $140 billion by 2026. It's huge. How does Bullfrog AI plan to capitalize on this opportunity?
So we're focused right now on the neuropsychiatric end of the CNS world, which by itself is huge. I think it's projected to be upwards of $100 billion over the next several years. 1 in 8 people on Earth actually suffer from a mental health disorder. So it's a big problem, a big unmet need. And what our plan is to focus on this Libra project, make the discoveries, the findings that can add a lot of value, and then look to get deals done with pharmaceutical companies so that they can continue the development of these drugs. We think there's multiple opportunities for us there. And we can easily then expand into other areas of CNS. We have the capabilities, we have the expertise, and it's something that we're looking at now. But right now, we are very much focused on the Libra Institute and that opportunity.
Sounds fabulous, Vin. Now let's turn to your schizophrenia case study. You did that using BF to analyze the KD trial data, and it really was a landmark achievement. Can you share more about how this success story exemplifies the potential of your AI platform in uncovering new treatment pathways?
Yeah, so this was the largest schizophrenia trial ever conducted. And what we demonstrated through our analysis is the ability to identify clusters of attributes or characteristics that contribute to predicting a target of interest. For example, whether or not a patient will respond to a drug, or how you can address certain symptoms associated with a disease with these patients. So that was really the breakthrough there. Long gone are the days where you're looking at a slice of the data to try to predict patient response. It's far more complex than that. And that's what true precision medicine is. So we're able to look at all of the data, demographic, what we call multimodal data. Literally any data associated with a patient, bring it together and identify these clusters and patterns that can make more accurate predictions.
Vin, let's turn now to Bullfrog AI's business model. How does the company plan to monetize, for example, the BF platform and your various partnerships to ensure revenue growth and long-term sustainability?
So we have multiple AI platforms at this point. We've added causal AI capabilities. So BF was primarily correlative AI, which is you can find a relationship between 2 pieces of data. With causal AI, I can tell you the direction of that relationship and what impact one data point has on another. So this is really driving us toward understanding the true cause of diseases. So very exciting for us.
Vin, you recently strengthened your leadership team with the addition of a highly experienced CSO. Could you introduce us to him and tell us about some of the other key players on your team?
Yeah, Dr. Tom Chittenden comes to us with decades of experience. He is a world-renowned expert in drug discovery, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and associated technologies. He's frequently invited to give talks at conferences around the world. And he's come to us with a lot of know-how, technology, and relationships, which we know are really critically important in our industry to get deals done. But my entire senior executive leadership team has tremendous experience. Our CFO has 40 years of experience. Our chief commercial officer has about the same amount of experience. So all of these people have been in the industry for a long time. They've had a lot of success, and they're bringing all of that wisdom and all that knowledge and all those relationships into the company. And that's going to better position us for success going forward. So I'm really, really excited about the top of the company, as well as all the other people that are contributing in the organization. It's an outstanding team at this point. And like I've always said, my objective is to keep this team as lean as possible. Keep executing the plan, get to profitability, and build from there.
All right, a great team, a great plan. Could you just wrap it all up now, Vin, into an essential value proposition? Why should investors take an interest in Bullfrog AI right now?
Well, we think we have exceptional technology. And like I mentioned earlier, with causal AI and our current BF Leap technology, we think we're extremely well positioned to reduce the time and investment as far as discovering and developing drugs. But we also have a tremendous internal pipeline. We have several programs that are all going to hit inflection points this year. And remember, our focus is on partnering, get deals done as quickly as we can. And that's not even including the Libra partnership that I described earlier. We have a program in glioblastoma. We have a colorectal cancer program. We have a metabolic disease program. We have a drug that's actually for obesity that's in an animal study. So we have a lot going on. But again, we're not interested in taking drugs all the way to the finish line. We want to add value using our technology, bring it to an inflection point, and then look to do deals. So this is going to be a very, very big year for Bullfrog.
It's a great story, Vin. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you, Craig. It's been a pleasure.
Now, to get more information on Bullfrog AI, visit bfrginfo.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. It's all free, and you can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-RedChip to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. And also go to our website and sign up on our events page for the webinar series. We have webinars every week, several a week, in which we feature small public companies, mostly client companies, and you'll hear straight from the CEO and you'll be able to ask questions after that. We also have a free weekly newsletter you can subscribe to at redchip.com, featuring emerging growth companies like Bullfrog AI. Again, visit redchip.com and subscribe today. In addition to our newsletter, you can also order your copy of Small Stocks, Big Money, a book written by RedChip CEO, featuring interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Order your copy at redchip.com today for just $18. Now, let's move on to our next interview today with Green Power Motor. Hi, today we have Fraser Atkinson, CEO of Green Power Motor, trading on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol GP. Fraser, great to have you with us.
Great to be here.
Fraser, Green Power Motor is advancing the adoption of electric vehicles by making all-electric buses and trucks that are affordable, durable, and easy to deploy. Let's start with a brief overview of your business.
So Green Power designs, manufactures, and distributes a suite of products in the medium and heavy-duty all-electric space. So we're not in the commercial space, we're in the medium and heavy-duty. And an illustration of that is that we've designed our own cabin chassis that we build a number of products on, both on the passenger side and the cargo commercial side. And we also sell it to other third parties, including other OEM EVs.
Now, considering the rapidly evolving EV landscape, can you shed light on the current and future addressable market for Green Power's product?
So we've focused into two core areas: the school bus market, which has really been one of the few areas that has substantial tailwinds, not headwinds, as an EV company, and has huge support, a lot of advocacy and money and mandates. So we're focused on that area. And the other area we're focused on is in commercial vehicles. In terms of the competitive landscape, over the past year or two, many of our competitors have either gone by the wayside or being acquired or consolidated with other operations and changed their businesses such that we're really now faced with a less of a sales and more of a production focus for our company.
Fraser, for the 9 months ended December 31st, 2023, Green Power reported record revenue. You showed an impressive 40% increase over the previous year period. What is driving the remarkable growth?
Well, I'd also add that within that, both that year and the previous year, we also generated a gross profit, which very few, if any, of our EV competitors are doing on a consistent basis. Some are doing it once a quarter, but not consistently. What's helping us or driving us is that where we're focused. We're not trying to do all business for all people. Within the school bus and the commercial vehicles, we're being very strategic. And what I mean by that is states like New York came out with a mandate a year ago where they said, with less than 10 years from now, we want all of our school buses to be battery electric or zero emission. And so that means that starting in the next year or two, the school districts and operators in New York have to buy battery electric vehicles. And there's 50,000 in the state out of 480,000 in the nation. Then you go on the other coast, the West Coast, and in California, they followed in this past couple months, setting a similar mandate for the state of California. And they're also bringing to the table hundreds of millions of dollars a year to help electrify. And more recently, the federal government has had their school bus program, and they just did their latest award in January, and we've applied to their next round and expect to continue to enjoy the benefits of the federal government supporting electrification with money for that.
Fraser, with the school bus division being a key growth driver, could you discuss how you envision Green Power transforming school transportation?
First, it starts with our products, which are truly a modern representation of what a school bus ought to be. In terms of our builds, we use an aluminum lightweight frame, super strong, super light, gives the vehicle is that much easier to operate. And we have both the Type A smaller school bus and the Type D larger school bus, which really addresses substantially all of the needs of any particular school district. So we have the products, and we focused on the areas where the greatest needs. The states that are looking at electrifying now, we're not trying to sell a particular state that's a naysayer. We're quite happy to deal with them at a later date, in that we have more than enough business with some core states that are really keen to electrify because they've set mandates to do so.
Now, behind every successful company is a dynamic leadership team, Fraser. Can you talk about the strengths and experiences of Green Power's management team and how they have been pivotal in helping the company achieve its goals?
Well, I will apologize to our team in advance for those that I don't name, but we have Brendan Riley as our president. He was, as I understand it, employee number one for BYD in North America. So he has a greater experience in the EV space than even I do, having been in this space for over a decade. We have Michael Seifert, our CFO, comes from a background in the logistics and shipping area, so really understands a lot of the issues that we have to deal with in terms of production flow. We have our production manager. He built thousands and thousands of school buses for Bluebird down in Georgia. And also between that point in time to now, had some experience with other EV companies, so has incredible subject matter expertise. We have great people in our supply chain, in our commercial vehicle sales group, and our school bus sales group. So it's, we really are blessed with a great team here.
Now, Fraser, what is the essential value proposition of Green Power? Why should investors take an interest in Green Power right now?
Well, it's our products that we brought to market. So we're not reliant on somebody else that's going to deliver a product that may or may not satisfy, what we intended to build. All of our products were built from day one to be battery electric. Number two, we have, as you were asking earlier, we have a great team, and that's essential in terms of a sector that changes almost, not just every quarter, but every month and sometimes every week. So we have to be able to adapt, and you need a team that is quite willing to do so. And I'd say the third thing is that our, for example, our focus in the school bus area is in an area where we're delivering products that have a significant health benefit. We didn't talk about this earlier, but the school bus area, we're replacing diesel emitting school buses, and the research shows that the NOx emissions from those have as high as 15 times greater probability or possibility of getting lung cancer and respiratory illnesses. So, we feel really good every time we deliver a school bus.
That's a great way to end this interview, Fraser. A really inspiring thought, replacing diesel with electric for kids. I love it. Thank you for sharing your great story with us today.
And once again, thanks for having us.
Now, to get more information on Green Power Motor, visit greenpowermotorinfo.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. It's all free, and you can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-RedChip to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. We also have a free weekly newsletter you can subscribe to at redchip.com, featuring emerging growth companies like Green Power. Again, visit redchip.com and subscribe today. In addition to our newsletter, you can order Small Stocks, Big Money. This is a book written by RedChip CEO, featuring interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Get a digital copy on Amazon for $18. And also go to our website and sign up on our events page for the webinar series. We have webinars every week, several a week, in which we feature small public companies, mostly client companies, and you'll hear straight from the CEO and you'll be able to ask questions after that. Now, let's recap the companies featured today. First, you met Bullfrog AI, stock symbol BFRG on the NASDAQ. Bullfrog AI is a technology-enabled drug development company using machine learning to usher in a new era of precision medicine. Through its collaborations with leading research institutions, among them Johns Hopkins University, the J. Craig Venter Institute, and Lieber Institute for Brain Development, Bullfrog AI is at the forefront of AI-driven drug development. Using its proprietary BF-Leap artificial intelligence platform, Bullfrog AI aims to enable the successful development of pharmaceuticals and biologics by predicting which patients will respond to therapies in development. Bullfrog AI is deploying BF-Leap for use at several critical stages of development to streamline data analytics in therapeutics development, decrease the overall development costs by decreasing failure rates for new therapeutics, and ultimately impact the lives of countless patients that may otherwise not receive the therapies they need. Learn more at www.bfrginfo.com. Then you met Green Power Motor, stock symbol GP on the NASDAQ. Green Power Motor Company is advancing the adoption of electric vehicles by making all electric buses and trucks affordable, durable, and easy to deploy. Green Power offers commercial vehicles for the movement of goods and people that are built from the ground up to be all electric and are never converted. This clean sheet design ensures a safe, sustainable, and sensible form of transportation, allowing for the optimal placement of the battery and propulsion systems, increasing the overall vehicle strength and significantly enhancing the battery weight distribution compared to other EVs. With more than 700 Green Power all-electric, purpose-built, zero-emission vehicles delivered, a substantial order pipeline, and key partnerships across various sectors, Green Power is poised for continued growth and market expansion. Learn more at www.greenpowermotorinfo.com. Again, if you have any questions about any of our public companies featured on today's show, call us at 1-800-RedChip or email us at info@redchip.com. In closing, remember, while small caps can provide significant gains, you must be prepared for the downside. Small cap stocks are among the most volatile of asset classes. Some of the companies featured on this show are RedChip client companies, and we may own stock in these companies, so please always read our disclosures at redchip.com. Thank you for being with us today. We'll see you next week with some new, exciting emerging growth companies.
Welcome to EXL Brands, where the future of retail blends shopping, entertainment, and social media. EXL stands out in the market, trading at a steep discount to its intrinsic value, offering a remarkable opportunity for investors. By 2026, social commerce is expected to account for 20% of all online sales, and EXL is ideally positioned to dominate this market. With over 5 million social media followers, $600 million in annual retail sales, and 20,000 hours of live content, the power of EXL's brands is evident. EXL operates on a lean capital model, with a track record of consistent revenue growth and increased EBITDA. The introduction of Orme, EXL's game-changing social commerce platform, is set to boost cash flow beginning in Q1 2024. The company is led by a highly accomplished management team, with insiders owning over 60% of shares, making EXL a standout investment. Their blend of cutting-edge technology, creative prowess, and financial strength positions EXL as an enticing investment choice. Become part of the future of social commerce with EXL Brands, XELB on NASDAQ. To learn more, visit xelbinfo.com or call 1-800-RedChip.